Hello, my name is Stephen Weber, and I'm the creator of the Kingswell admin template. Thank you very much for purchasing this, and this video is actually how to get started. I'm going to be making many more videos as we see interest in this. So please feel free to recommend some. So hopefully you have this documentation here with the download. If you don't, you can also find it here, and if you just go to Getting Started, basically here's the steps that you need to do to just kind of get up and running. I'm going to go through each of these steps and also then talk about what are the libraries that are used and what are the pros and cons and so forth. So yeah, let's get started. So first you're going to want to install Node. Most front-end developers are now using Node-based libraries and so forth to accomplish their tasks, whether it be from compiling or just running a server. So in this case, you're going to want to install Node by going to nodejs.org. And I like the 4.2.4, but you're welcome to download the stable one. And these version numbers may change, but don't be alarmed. Node's pretty stable. And next, that's going to automatically install NPM or Node Package Manager. We're actually using some of these Node packages, and these are the libraries I was referring to as Bower and Gulp, and also another one called Browser Sync. So after installing Node.js, then you're going to navigate in your terminal, or I'm using iTurn, to your folder, and you might see some files and folders in here that you may not have, such as Bower components, build, some Sublime stuff, and Node modules. But don't be alarmed. This is actually just stuff that will show up as we go through this process. So the first command, I'm going to type in npm install. What this is going to do is it's going to go through the package.json file, and it's going to install all the Node modules and its dependencies inside of that Node modules folder. So it's going to automatically download that and put it in there. Now I've already done that, so it says that there's basically nothing to do. So we're just going to continue. Bower install would be the next one. And so this is going to download all the jQuery libraries and Angular modules and every other JavaScript library for the front end that we need, and its dependencies, very much like NPM. And so I've already downloaded all this stuff just to make this video a little quicker, so it says that I don't have anything left. Now the next task is called gulp bower. This is actually something that I've defined inside of the gulpfile.js. And what this task does is it copies all the Bower components, this folder, inside of the build folder. Why I do that is some libraries I want to package with the actual application, and then some I actually want to load in runtime. And I do that, it's common practice actually, I do that so then that way the initial load isn't too big because I'm not packaging all my libraries inside of the app. And I'm really just loading some of them, the ones that you probably don't need, in runtime. So it's important to always consider the usability and user experience, so that's what we're doing here. So let's do gulp bower, and I'm not going to run this task. It takes a little bit of time, but know that whenever you install another Bower library, which you can find out more about at the Bower website, you just need to run this gulp bower, and so in that way it can copy over and you can load it during runtime. Next is really the simplest step. Type in gulp. And what this is going to do is it's going to go inside the gulpfile.js and run a pre-configured task that I've already done. It's using Browser Sync to actually run a Node.js server that actually uses live reloading and so forth. So then that way, if you change the CSS file, it actually injects that CSS change inside your browser. If you make a JavaScript change, it actually reloads your browser. All this and really amazing stuff, and you can find out more about that at browsersync.io. On top of this, the gulp task actually also runs a API backend server that's running on your computer as well, and that gives you stuff like this real-time using socket.io data, and it also gives you a REST server as well. for you to call REST services. So this is great because many times there's front-end developers and back-end developers, and they have to run in parallel, developing a product or something like that. And in this case, basically all you have to do is talk to the back-end developer and get those requests and responses, figured out, the signatures sometimes that people call them, and put that inside of your Node.js server, which is located, by the way, in the server folder. And you can just put those requests and responses in there, and that way you can develop your front-end application talking, kind of faking a conversation to the back end. That's pretty much it. As I said, it's really easy to get started, but yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I hope you enjoy the Kingswell admin template. Thank you so much.